Welcome to Vegas. So a few of you know that I have an alter ego, and some of you have named him J-Mo. So this was given to me by the Greater Southwest chapter. Desi, thank you very much, to match our chairman's gold one. So we're going to put J-Mo back in the bottle, and I'm going to not speak to you in my glitter, but J-Mo exists. Thanks. Is this better? Good morning. Last year, when I came out here, we set a record for attendance at a CMAA World Conference. We crossed the 3,500 mark, and that 3,500 is, or was, includes vendors, people at the exhibit hall, spouses, everybody, guests, all that. This year we've broken that record. It has blown me away. We are in excess of 3,800, headed towards 4,000 attendees at World Conference. What is cool is that the increase in number, 200 plus, are professional members. So it is just awesome. And in fact, Michael mentioned 650, we're actually at 700 newbies, so welcome newbies. So I am here to talk about your association. So numbers have been bannered around. I am going to give you lots of numbers because I think it's important. So we have 7,805 members, up 16% since 2021. 27 countries, but let's dig into that for a second. If you go down and look, the average age is 46. Females are 30% of the overall membership. But if we go down below, and this number is staggering, we've added 3,163 in members over the last 3 years. That means 50% of our membership have come in the last 3 years, which shows how in a post-COVID environment, we've had a lot of people leaving and coming back into the association. So one of the beauties that I found at CMAA, and you all know it, is we all take care of those newbies that come into the association. So we all have a responsibility to make sure that we give those 3,163 a hug and take care of them. What is also exciting is that while our women are 30%, of the new class of members coming in, we're at 39%. So we are increasing the number of women coming into the association. And you'll see with our new board coming in, we now have, from a women's standpoint on the board, we are very much balanced and equal to our membership, which is awesome. We've done a lot because we've had so many members coming in. CMAA now has, at the national level, an onboarding kit to give them our virtual hug or our mailed hug with all sorts of things to get them acclimated to CMAA. But the recruiting of new members comes at the chapters. So we want to say thank you to all our chapters, all of you that have been involved in bringing new members, because it's not a CMA national job, it is your job or your role, so we so appreciate that. We also have expanded CMAA, and our membership is not just professional members, but now we are developing communities. And we've had some existing interest groups, the Wine Society, Women in Club Management, and now we're adding to that communities that as long as you have a member at CMAA, you can join as a professional for a very nominal fee. So we're trying to expand that membership, and you can see we have communications, we have chefs, and the wellness community. So it is the way we are growing to support all of you as clubs evolve. Financially, you can see a dip there during COVID, but if you sort of draw a line there, we continue on that path of net excess every year. And it's interesting because I started in 2014 in October, right when we were closing out the year. So now I have 10 years of financials. So I want to share that journey over the last 10 years as well. Here it is. At least this is on CMAA's side. I'll get to CF in a minute. Members, we've increased by 19% over the last 10 years. Revenues by 40%. Member equity, which was huge, that $3 million is a negative. We were spending money more quickly than we earned it because we pull in so much money because when you register for various events, we can't recognize that until we actually have the event. So we were in the hole by $3 million. We're now positive almost $1 million in net equity, which is a huge turn over the last few years. We need to continue to build that because we should have about $6 million in reserves, and we are doing that as a board. Our mortgage has dropped, and we're now at $2 million. The board has taken part of our excess and put it aside to pay off our mortgage, which will be a window in about 7 years. So we're ready to pay that off. What I find most gratifying is our staff. When I came in, we had an insurance operation that we had to get rid of that was about 5 people, and we've been able to do this with 30 team members. So thank you to my team, who has been awesome. Switching over to BMIs, I want to show you how much of a global community we are. Here are the BMIs that have been done globally. While the most is in the United States at 20, outside of the United States beats us at 28. So we are a global community. We've had some 1,300 plus attendees attend BMIs and a whole new class of CCMs. So it is just awesome. We are a truly global community in our certification and in our club management focus. I want to talk first a little bit about what we did this past year and then look towards what we're going to do over the next year. Contemporary club management, if you've heard me speak, we had a joint copyright with the National Restaurant Association. It's a long story for a beer, but we've been able to get that away from the National Restaurant Association. We are now in development of a new club management, contemporary club management book or updated book. Thanks to all of you that have volunteered to be authors. It is probably a year and a half away, but it will be in a version that we can continually update as we go through the future. So no longer will it be a static document, it'll be a living document. That will also cascade into the classes and into the tests. We had to pause BMI Wine and Food, and that was paused because of COVID. My thanks to Randy Reuter for helping to shepherd that, to bring that back this past year, and I know it was awesome. I was at the student conference at the same time, but those that went had a great time. Students, speaking of which, are key to our future, and we have been doing a lot thanks to the Chairman's Fund at CF and other initiatives. Verified Internship Program got off the ground this year. We're approaching about 100 clubs. Please look at it. It is a way to highlight your internship program, and if you meet a certain set of standards, it can be called verified, and the students are going to gravitate towards those. Student conference in the Palm Beach area was tremendous. We also launched some videos, choose clubs for you to use, and we will continue to focus on student initiatives. DEI comes up, and I want to focus on a couple things. I want to focus on the D, but I want to share with you, we had done a survey of all of you, and we are doing things to improve our DEI focus for our staff. We are looking for more diverse candidates. We are talking about cultural and inclusive cultures in our clubs. We're looking and changing job descriptions. We're reaching out into the community. So I'm proud of what we are doing, but we have lots more to do. One of the things that it was helpful sitting with the newbies yesterday, and I became very aware, is Kevin McDonald, who moderated that session, asked everybody, where'd you come from? What was your first job in a club? And it was just fascinating and showed how diverse we are, from the kitchen, from maintenance, from cart girls or cart boys, from F&B, all over the club are coming into club management. And that truly shows the diversity that we are as a community. Obviously hotels and obviously restaurants as well. We have a couple task forces in operation. Mid-manager task force, which is led by Casey Newman, and we want to make sure that we create an environment of stickiness in club management for our mid-managers, and so Casey is working on that. We have an anniversary, 100th anniversary in 2027. Mitchell is leading a Centennial Task Force, and all of you, of course, are going to be in Chicago in 2027, right? Let me talk a minute about the Club Foundation. The Club Foundation, we give money away, obviously raise money thanks to all of you that give, but we also give money away, and you can see the breakdown of where that goes. I want to call out our partners because if you don't know, you should know, about 20% of the money the partners give CMAA goes directly to CF. So we thank the partners for that. They are very much supporters of the Club Foundation through their partnership with us, and we appreciate that, partners. Let's do our 10-year look back. So the Club Foundation scholarships have increased by 135%, grants by 235%, CF, those are student grants and student focus, chapter grants 40%, and the investment portfolio 100%. We have money to give for scholarships, so if you're not applying, apply. One of the other things, we worked with the National Club Association, thanks to their invitation, to work on a book for private club governance. The thousands of copies have been downloaded from the CMAA website as well as from NCA and pushed out throughout the community. If you've not looked at this, you should. It is a guide that was put together by not only club professionals, but also industry partners and such, and so everybody is speaking from the same playbook when it comes to club governance. One of the things that unfortunately we had to do was we had a couple incidents last year at conference where, quite frankly, there was some bad behavior, and that bad behavior led to harassment. Not good stuff. So the board jumped in, we leveraged our bylaws and increased our code of conduct. You probably, when you register for anything now, see it. We talk about it more. I've talked about it if you've watched any of my video blogs. It is something that is necessary, and it is something that we need to be good citizens towards each other, because if we get abrasive and abusive, it is going to push people out of this industry, and that we know is not us. Jeff Isbell mentioned the support group for those with substance abuse. There are places to go and places to get help within CMA, because that is the type of community we all are. Some focuses going forward for 24. We have a new strategic plan, and I'll hit the highlights of that in a second. We have a capital improvement white paper that some of you are authors, and Julie Brown with Farmington, I know you're here somewhere. Thank you for your expertise in pulling all this together. This will be released later this year, first at the Capital Improvement Summit, and then out from that. It is about 60 pages long, and it is a great document if you have capital improvements. Our community focus continues. We have an HR symposium that is being launched in August. DEI, mental health, as well as work-life synergy are all focuses for 24 and part of our strategic plan. Students are obviously a focus, and somewhere or another we got to bring back the faculty internship program, because one of our challenges is we have more and more faculty that are non-hospitality professionals, and we need to help them understand clubs. So here's the new strategic plan. You can access it on the website. It focuses on the club professional, the club workplace evolution, the career, and if you look at sort of 1, 2, and 3, we're really segmenting membership into 3 buckets. Students coming in, the mid-level, and we're also talking about senior level managers, and we're going to look at the CCE program. How can we revitalize that and make it something that is even better than what it is today. CMA chapters, we're always looking for ways that we can create synergy with our CMA chapters. Governance is obviously a focus, and some internal things. So there's lots of detail there, and you can get it online. and it will be pushed out as well. As you know, we are here in Las Vegas. The next couple conferences, Tampa next year, which is the makeup from COVID, Anaheim then, and then Chicago. We have to add about 3 more, and so hopefully next year when I stand here, I can add to those that's on the list. But we're gonna have to start looking for bigger space if you guys are gonna wanna break records all the time, because this is stressing me out, but it's a good stress. If you're interested in more, on Wednesday, we have an Ask the Leadership session from 3 to 4, and then we're going into open space, and it'll be Joe Mendez and Michael Seabrook and myself. Lastly, it was mentioned you approved the annual report. It is online. Our audit is online as well as our strategic plan. So we want to be as transparent as possible. If you have questions, if you look at those and want to understand more, that all the information is there. So with that, I am done, and we're off to the next thing. Thank you all very much.